Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths and Matrix. Here I am back with very important session as most of you were demanding that question series on the topic trigonometry to prepare you for NDA 2 2024. Yes, I am discussing few very typical questions on trigonometry you must practice before you heading to write the exam NDA 2 2024 paper 1 mathematics. So here we begin with the very first question of this session. So this is the question on trigonometry where you know that tan alpha and tan beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. So whenever you have such question, you aware the roots of a quadratic equations, do not forget the concept of quadratic equation wherein you have the relationship between roots of a equation with the coefficients of that equation. So you know that if alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, then sum of the roots is minus b by a and product of the roots is c by a. If you apply this concept here to the roots tan alpha and tan beta, which are the roots of this quadratic equation, then you are getting tan alpha plus tan beta value, that is the sum of the roots value minus b, and tan alpha into tan beta, which is product of two roots value, and that is here c by a, that is c. So you are indirectly getting it to know about this. And what is demanded in the question? Tan of alpha plus beta. Tan of alpha plus beta. Yes, do you remember the formula of compound angle for tan of a plus b? Remember, tan of a plus b is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a into tan b. That formula here I applied for the angles alpha and beta, tan of alpha plus beta formula. And numerator is known to you, denominator is also known to you there, 1 minus c. Simplify this, you're going to get b upon c minus 1. But this option, they given in terms of this. Denominator c minus 1, you can take it in the numerator with the power minus 1. And hence the right choice, option D for this question. Alright, coming on to the next question which is connected to this, and here in this question you are demanded sine of alpha plus beta into secant alpha into secant beta. Basically sine of alpha plus beta, there you have to write the compound angle formula of sine of alpha plus beta, that is sine alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sine beta, isn't it? And you are multiplying this by secant alpha secant beta, which is nothing but 1 upon cos alpha into 1 upon cos beta. Means actually this expression numerator you are getting divided by cos alpha into cos beta, isn't it? Because this 1 upon this secant became 1 upon cos alpha, secant beta became 1 upon cos beta, like that. So if you separate the denominator now, what do you get? You will get the first term in the numerator sine alpha cos beta by cos alpha cos beta, isn't it? Plus cos alpha sin beta, the second term cos alpha sin beta divided by cos alpha cos beta. Could you see the simplification? Cos beta cancel in first term and cos alpha get cancel in second term, and you are heading to tan alpha plus tan beta again, sin by cos for alpha and beta angles. So tan alpha plus tan b already we calculated before. What was it? Tan alpha plus tan beta was minus b, and hence the answer to this particular question becomes option B. Is that all clear? Coming on to quickly the next question on trigonometry, wherein you are fundamentally asked about, you know, the properties of triangles, which is a part of a trigonometry study you have in, right? So you have a triangle ABC wherein you know that cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equals to root 3 times sin pi by 3. This is given, all right? And you have to use this fact to tell about sin A by 2 into sin B by 2 into sin C by 2. Now students, when you have studied the properties of triangles, there you must have proved very important formulas of, you know, the angles in a triangle related to the trigonometric ratios. So you must have proved that cos A plus cos B plus cos C is equals to 1 plus 4 times sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sine c by 2. This is a formula which you already proved. You must have proved when you studied the concept. If not, and any one of you looking for the proof of this particular identity, please comment in the section so that I can provide you with the proof details. Alright, so coming on to this formula usage into this problem. So in this, the LHS answer is known, which is root 3 sine pi by 3. Sine pi by 3 means sine 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees is root 3 by 2. So this is becoming root 3 into root 3 by 2. So RHS we have 1 plus 4 times. Let us say this is only the question, no? So say that is K. I am assuming K instead of writing the whole thing for you to save time. So I am saying that is K. So the question is, what is the value of K? Is that clear to you? So this is becoming 3 by 2 is equals to 1 plus 4K, which is giving us 4K is equals to, yes, 3 by 2 minus 1, which is 1 by 2, which gives K is equals to 1 by 8. Isn't it? And the answer hence option C. Now continuing with this concept, we can like give a question attached like this. Suppose you are asked again for the same ABC angles in a triangle. What is the value of cos A plus B by 2, cos B plus C by 2, cos C plus A by 2? Students, you know that A, B, C are angles in a triangle. So sum of these three angles is equals to pi 180 degrees, isn't it? So whenever you are asked to find the A plus B by 2 value, it becomes pi by 2 minus C by 2. What did I do on both sides? Divided by 2 and separated the A and B angles together. A plus B by 2 and C other side. Now what do you want? You want cos A plus B by 2. So if I apply cos ratio on both sides, you get cos of A plus B by 2 is equals to cos of 90 minus C by 2, which is by complementary ratio. Cos of 90 minus theta is sin theta. So this becomes sin C by 2. So now see there, when you want cos of A plus B by 2, you have to express that as pi by 2 minus C by 2 and apply cos ratio. Now when you want B plus C by 2, what do you do in that case? You will be shifting the A angle to other side so that it becomes pi by 2 minus A by 2. So cos of B plus C by 2 accordingly will be what? Yes, sin A by 2. And yes, you guessed right. Some of you must be guessed right. So it is sin B by 2. So ultimately students, what did you got? The given question is reducing to. It is reducing to sin C by 2, sin A by 2 and sin B by 2, which is again the question handled just in a previous question, because this is a question linked to the previous info only. So already we answered that value is 1 by 8. Isn't it so? We answered that value is 1 by 8. Right. So now what is the concern here? That this value for this particular ratios, the cos A plus B by 2, cos B plus C by 2, cos C plus A by 2. Okay. This value is equals to 1 by 8. Isn't it? 1 by 8, which is not given in the option. Hence the right choice is what? D. Option D for this question. Now let's quickly come on to the next question. Here is the question where you are asked to consider these statements, and in these statements there are three, wherein in the first statement you have to consider ABC is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle where each angle measures 60 degrees. Where each angle measures 60 degrees. So A plus B becomes 120 degree, and tan of 120 degree, you know tan of 120 degree, how do you evaluate? It is tan of 90 plus 30, which is 90 plus 30 second quadrant tan negative, it is cot 30, because 90 plus 30 gives the complementary ratio of tan. So cot 30, which is negative, should be, because tan is negative in the second quadrant, and cot 30, you know it is the ratio of cos 30 to sin 30, which is yes minus root 3. So basically the value tan of A plus B is becoming what? Minus root 3. So you have 3 into minus root 3 multiplied to tan C. What is tan C? Tan 60. Tan 60 is the ratio of sin 60 to cos 60, which is again root 3. So root 3. So ultimately you are getting what? Minus 9, but they say 1. So statement 1 is wrong. Now what about the statement number 2? To verify that, you have to take A 78, B 66. So what should we see? The remaining angle 180 minus sum of these two. 70 plus 60, 130 plus 14. Okay, 130 plus 14, which is 144. So you are subtracting 144 degrees out of 180. So what you remain with there? Yes, tell me. 36 degrees. So C is basically 36 degrees. Now they ask you to verify this. Is this true about this particular triangle with these three different angles? Yes, let us check that quickly on the next line. So what is the expression? Tan of A by 2 plus C will be. A by 2 would be 39. 39 plus 36. Okay, which is equals to tan of 75 degrees. And they say, is it less than, question mark, is it less than tan of 78? Yes, of course. You know tan 45 is less than tan 60. 45 is less than 60 and tan 45 is less than tan 60. So yes, then tan 75 is definitely less than tan 78. So the statement number 2 is correct. Now what about the statement number 3, do you think? Will it be correct or wrong? Can you understand this fact? So for that I would like to come on to the next slide. There we have tan of A plus B by 2 to consider, which is multiplied to sin C by 2, and asked to verify is it less than cos C by 2. So for this reason, what you do? You find out this tan of A plus B by 2. What do you think? Will it be not cot C by 2? Isn't it? Let me again verify this for you. A plus B plus C is pi. Right? You want A plus B by 2. So divide throughout by 2. You will get A plus B by 2 is pi by 2 minus C by 2. Apply what? Tan ratio. Tan of A plus B whole divided by 2. Tan of A plus B by 2 is equals to tan of pi by 2 minus C by 2, which is cot C by 2. Yes. So remember now, so it is cot C by 2 into sin C by 2, the LHS. So what is cot C by 2 is cos C by 2 by sin C by 2. So sin C by 2 is cancelling and you are getting cos C by 2. And they say further, is it less than cos C by 2? How cos C by 2 will be less than cos C by 2? In fact, they are equal. So saying less than is wrong, right? That's why the statement number 3 is wrong. So you got only one statement correct, that is the statement number 2, and hence only B, that is the option is B for this particular question. Is that all fine? Now quickly coming on to the next question in line for us, and here is that question on trigonometry. Try to understand the given part. So now in this question you are given sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2 plus sin theta 3 plus sin theta 4 is 4. You know, when you have this integer 4 for some of the sine trigonometric functions for 4 different angles, yes, it never be integer 4 when theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 and theta 4 are different first of all. And when they are same, they have to be equals to each other and equal to, you know what, they should be equal to 90 degrees. So for this particular setup only, the first given part will be achieved, that is sum of the sin theta 1, sin theta 2, sin theta 3 and sin theta 4 would be 4. So accordingly you got to know that each angle goes to head to 90 degrees. So if that is the case, what do you predict for this? Yes, you guessed right. Cos theta 1 0, cos theta 2 0, cos theta 3 also 0 because cos 90 is 0, right? Cos theta 4 0. Each of the values 0 add up to 0 and hence the answer option 8 for this question. Is that all clear? So we tried to solve maximum question in this session. Stay tuned to my channel. I'll be coming with another set of questions on this particular topic. Goodbye and see you in the next session.